Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm here to talk to you today about block walking and poll greeting. Anyone that knows me knows by now that I believe we often get it wrong on the conservative side by failing to realize that personal voter contact is the key to persuasion. Let's talk about knocking doors first. I will debate anyone, anytime, that knocking doors, while doing it the correct way, is the most effective and efficient way to garner votes. Hands down, regardless of what you may hear from real or wannabe political consultants or so-called experts, block walking and door knocking is and always has been the most effective way for making contact with voters. Now, this is not merely my opinion, it is backed up by science. Over the years, two brilliant professors named Donald Green and Alan Gerber have studied political techniques and their effect on voter mobilization. Across a number of experiments, one consistent finding is that more personalized messages are more effective in mobilizing voters. They contended that door-to-door canvassing was the most consistently effective and efficient method of voter mobilization, and they suggested that the success of canvassing could be attributed to the personal, face-to-face delivery of the messages. Experiments testing impersonal GOTV methods such as mass emails or robocalls have shown chronically ineffective and inefficient means for mobilizing voters. Highly targeted digital ads are proving to be highly successful as well, but these methods are very expensive. There is simply no greater bang for the buck than knocking doors in a highly personal way and listening to the voters about what they care about. Specifically addressing their real concerns can only be done face to face, and this is why I am and always have been such a huge advocate for personal voter contact. Once again, this is not my opinion. I was very blessed to have a very successful sales and marketing career before entering politics, and many of the methods and tactics that I utilize, and in some cases created from experimentation, have proven to be highly successful in politics in persuading and mobilizing voters. Speaking of personal voter contact, let's talk about working the polls during early voting on Election Day. Most campaigns believe that if you were to assign a few random people to sit in a chair, holding a sign, that is considered working the polls. Nothing could be further from the truth, and in fact, those people have been mostly wasting their time during this. In politics, we always focus on data and statistics. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but one statistic I do know is that every single person that comes to the polls to vote is 100% going to vote. So why in the world would we not want to be there to engage in personal voter contact right before they go in and make their final decision? As I've said before, and I sound like a broken record, this is not strictly my opinion. Because of placing such an emphasis on working the polls properly and having maximum coverage with enthusiastic and engaged volunteers and/or paid campaign workers, I have personally had 4 different clients who've received 58% or more on Election Day and won their race despite losing early voting. One candidate in a particularly tough race was down 7 points after early voting, but we executed our poll working plan and got 60% on Election Day to win a race of less than 300 votes out of 23,000 votes cast. As I wrap this up today, I cannot stress enough how important it is to engage voters at a personal level. No matter how far technology advances, and in fact, the more technology advances, the more impact we will be able to have by dealing with people one-on-one in a personal way. People are becoming so disconnected with other human beings via texting and messaging and technology that they oftentimes relish the opportunity to engage with another human being on a personal level. I have personally created and developed a block walking system that has proven to be amazing in the results that it achieves when it is followed properly by the candidate and their team. That is far too much for me to go into today, but I wanted to take this time to share with you how critically important it is to knock doors and to do so in the right way, to persuade and mobilize voters for your cause. Likewise, working the polls properly and effectively during early voting and on Election Day can make the difference between winning and losing. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for all the things that you do to protect and advance our liberty. And until next time, my name is Matt, and I hope that you have a blessed day with your personal voter contact.